Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ratavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavatveshinim. O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishnavandana. Vasudeva sutam devam kansachanuramardanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 10th Adhyaya of Vibhuti Yoga, Yoga of the divine manifestation, Yoga of the Lord proclaiming of His divine glory. The last verse, third Shloka that we read, Sri Krishna clearly told that one who understands me to be unborn, beginningless, and the great Lord of the universe, such a person remains such a mortal being. He especially used the word mortal being, the martya. He remains undiluted and he is freed from all sins. Yo mam ajam anadim chaveti lokam maheshwaram. Yo mam veti. He who knows me as what? Ajam, Anadi and Lokam Maheshwaram, the great Lord of this entire creation. Not just great Lord of one or two temples, no, this entire creation. Asammohaḥ sa martyeshu, that mortal being, martyeshu, that mortal being remains undiluted, asammohaḥ. No illusion ever captures him. He is freed from all the illusions, all those wrong notions of the me and mine. And he gets freed from those delusions. He gets the perfect vision and sarva papaihi pramuchyate. He gets freed from all the sins, all the evils, all the ills. That is what becomes of a person who understands this nature of the Lord. Now, this nature of the Lord, like we saw in that in the discussion on that meaning of the shloka, this understanding of these features of the Lord, that Lord is Ajama, that Lord is Anadi, that Lord is Lokam Maheshwaram, we can understand by meditating upon, by contemplating upon the surroundings, our surroundings. We can know the unborn nature of the Lord by contemplating on this process of life and death, which is just surrounding us. We see day in and day out people getting born, people getting, people dying. And then contemplating on this, then we get a realization. Then that divine great soul, that enlightened soul gets a realization that Lord is beyond this fear of life and death. Lord has no birth. Lord has no death. And when we think about this, when that enlightened soul thinks about and gets the realization of this truth, he also realizes that Lord is beginningless. There is no time scale which can imprison the Lord. That Lord was born on this day. Lord is going to be there till this day. and thereafter we don't know. It doesn't happen. Lord is ever existent. He is beginningless. And this we come to realize, that great soul, that great enlightened person, that Rishi or a Muni of a great illumination, he realizes by looking around us, by seeing the things around. And then, while initially that's the ordinary person may be worshipping so many gods, goddesses, deities and all that, then gets the realization that what I have been worshipping all these days, in fact, there is someone from whom all these things have originated. And he is the ultimate Lord of this entire creation, of this entire universe, Loka Maheshwaram. Having got that knowledge, having got that understanding, having got that ultimate realization, then the person becomes freed from delusion, and no sin, no evil, no ill can ever touch him. He is free from all sins. Now, when we look around us, our world, we come across so many different qualities, isn't it? Good qualities, bad qualities. So, like we come and as we start contemplating on life and death, as we start contemplating on the vastness of the time scale, as we start contemplating on the various deities, we also come across, when we are contemplating on our surroundings, we also come across several good and bad qualities in it, isn't it? This world, this creation is filled with those qualities. Now, Sri Krishna in this 4th and 5th Shloka, he is going to tell us about what kind of qualities we normally come across. And then in the 5th, this is 4th and 5th Shloka, Sri Krishna is going to tell us today. Today we will cover the qualities pertaining, Sri Krishna has mentioned in the 4th Shloka. And then in the 5th Shloka, which we will read next, Sri Krishna will tell us the relevance, why he has listed down all these qualities for the benefit of Arjuna and for the benefit of we devotees. So the fourth shloka, that Sri Krishna is telling us about. Buddhir jñānam asammohaḥ, kṣhamā satyaṁ damaḥ śhamaḥ, sukhaṁ duḥkhaṁ bhavo bhayaṁ chābhayameva. Just list down these qualities. Remember these qualities that Sri Krishna is narrating to us. What are these? Buddhi. Buddhi is the intellect. Jnana, the wisdom, the knowledge. Asammohaḥ. Asammohaḥ is freedom from getting delusioned, the non-illusioned. Asammohaḥ. What Sri Krishna had taught us, told us in the 3rd shloka also. Asammohaḥ. He gets freed from that delusion. Asammohaḥ is freedom from delusion. Kṣhamā, forgiveness. Satyaṁ, truthfulness. Damaḥ. Damaḥ is self-restraint, control. Damaḥ. And śhamaḥ. Śhamaḥ is calmness, shanti, the bliss, the peace. Śhamaḥ. Sukhaṁ duḥkhaṁ, the happiness and pain, pleasure and pain. Bhavo, abhava. Bhava is birth. Bhava, to come into existence. And abhava, non-existence. To come into existence and disappear, become non-existent. Bhava, abhava. To be and not to be in that state. Bhayaṁ cha abhayameva. And the fear as well as the fearlessness. Now these are all the qualities we normally come across living in this world, isn't it? The buddhi, the jnana. Now, there is some difference between the buddhi and the jnana. Normally, we consider buddhi and jnana to be one and the same thing. But on this plane, There is a difference between buddhi and jnana. Buddhi is intellect. Buddhi is intellect, and it is much more subtler than jnana. Jnana is ordinary wisdom. We get from reading books, we get from listening to talks, we get from seeing the videos. Whatever we get from external impetus, that is knowledge. And then what is buddhi? Buddhi is our own internal organ. Buddhi is the deciding factor for us. What is good, what is bad. That power of discrimination, that satsat viveka buddhi. That is the difference between buddhi and jnana. Because of the buddhi, supposing we are almost about to do something very wrong. Buddhi tells us, my dear fellow, don't do it. It is not right for you to do it. But our senses, our mind is so much forcing us to do that bad thing. We don't listen to buddhi. And this is the whole problem that we get into when we don't listen to buddhi. And what happens? We commit that evil act, we commit that wretched act, and then this buddhi tells us. And then we start becoming repentant. Why I did it? I should not have done it. And then this buddhi keeps on reminding us, my dear friend, I was telling you, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But you didn't listen to me. You listened only to your mind, you listened only to your senses, and you gave a free rein to your sense organs to go and have that the temporary perishable enjoyment, getting communed with those sense objects. That was your choice. I was always cautioning you, don't do it. So this is the difference between buddhi and jnana. We may get knowledge, we may get degrees, we may get so much of knowledge. But if our buddhi is not allowing us, if we are not following our buddhi, that knowledge is of no use. All those huge degrees and the certificates and the diplomas that we get, they are of no use if we are not listening to buddhi. That faculty, that is the internal faculty that Lord has given us as an opportunity to evolve ourselves into that divine beings. So, Sri Krishna says, buddhi, jnana, asammohaḥ. Through buddhi, with the help of buddhi, we can become asammohaḥ, we can become free from delusions. Kṣhamā, that quality of forgiveness. That quality of pardoning the wrongdoers who have done wrong to us. That quality, kṣhamā. Satyaṁ, the quality of truthfulness. Damaḥ, self-restraint. Self-restraint, again, it is linked with buddhi. Buddhi keeps on telling, don't do it. And when I control my mind, mind you are not going to do this. You are not going to allow this body to do it. That is dhamma. That is restraint, self-restraint. And then kṣhamā, calmness. When we don't do anything wrong, nothing can disturb our peace of mind, isn't it? When we are doing only the right thing. When we are doing only the thing which our buddhi tells us to do. Yes, you do it. You do japa, you do dhyana, you do meditation, you do good deeds. Then nobody can disturb our peace of mind. We are in that perfect state of peace, of calmness, of serene bliss. Śhamaḥ. Sukhaṁ, duḥkhaṁ. The pleasure and pain. Now, these are again the pairs of opposites now Sri Krishna is talking about. The sukha dukkha, bhavo abhavo, to come into existence and be existenceless. This body as sattvic has come into existence. Tomorrow when this body dies, sattvic as a person will cease to exist. Bhavo. So these are all the different stages. Bhayaṁ cha, abhayameva cha, and fear and fearlessness. Normally, whenever the fear is associated with sort of evil, with sort of illusion. Why we are afraid? Because we don't know what lies ahead. So we are afraid to do certain things. So that element of fear. And also Sri Krishna says fearlessness. Now what is fearlessness? Like Swami Vivekananda, he used to propound fearlessness. He used to hate the fearful attitude in the human beings. Why you should, have that attitude of being afraid of. Be fearless. Know your true self, who you are, and you will be fearless. Abhi, abhir abhirum karnari prachanda tandav. That was Swami Vivekananda's teaching. Abhi, be free from freedom, free from fear. Be fearless. So that was, these are some of the qualities that Sri Krishna has enumerated to us. Just let us keep in mind, this quality is given in the 4th shloka. There are not many. Buddhi, jñāna, asammohaḥ, kṣhamā, satyaṁ, damaḥ, śhamaḥ, sukhaṁ, duḥkhaṁ, bhavo, bhavo, bhayaṁ, abhayam. 13 qualities Sri Krishna has enumerated in this 4th shloka. Let us remember this. Let us keep these 13 qualities in mind and see what Sri Krishna is going to tell us in the 5th shloka, along with some other qualities that he is going to enumerate regarding these qualities, what he is going to tell us in the 5th shloka. So that is for our next reading. Till then, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.